Liquidity zones are the essential element in smart money concepts. These zones provide the safest and the most accurate trading opportunities. However, it is quite complicated for the newbie traders to identify these zones. It requires the sophisticated skills and knowledge to spot the zones properly. But there's one technical indicator that can help. In this video, I will share with you the best technical indicator that will help you to accurately identify the liquidity zones. Traders, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. The technical indicator that we will apply for the recognition of the liquidity zones is called volume profile. Here is how this indicator looks. And analyzing this indicator, we should identify the so-called high volume nodes and low volume nodes. High volume nodes indicate the price levels on the chart where huge volumes were traded and where a high activity of the market participants occurred. When we look for high volume nodes, we will look for the volume spikes of a volume profile indicator. And in that particular case, I see three high volume nodes. The first high volume node is over here. You can see that here we have a sudden spike of the trading volumes. So that cluster here will be our first high volume node. Our second high volume node will be over here. You can see that here we got a local volume spike. And also we have another high volume node right here. So we should strictly underline all these high volume nodes. Traders, for more education, subscribe to my Instagram, the link in the description below. After you underline the high volume nodes, you should analyze the price action and look for the historical structures that match with the high volume nodes. For example, you can see that this high volume node is very extended. You can see that we have a lot of price levels within that high volume node. If we analyze the price action, we can spot that we have a historical structure right here. That is the only structure that matches with that high volume node, and we should underline that structure. Also, when you draw the liquidity zone based on the high volume node, make sure that you take into consideration the candle close and the wick. Our second high volume node will be over here. And if we look left at structure, we have some important structures here, right? So we underline that area based on the wicks and the candle closes, and you can see that here is our second liquidity zone. Our third liquidity zone will be right here. Again, you can see that that is the structure that matches with our high volume node. Low volume nodes indicate the price levels on the chart where it has been a very low trading activity and where the participation of the market participants was very low. These zones indicate a lack of liquidity. It is important because the price can easily be moved by even the small trading volumes within these areas. When we are looking for a low volume node, we should look for very low volumes in volume profile indicator. And here is the example of a low volume node. Here it goes. You can see that here we have almost no volumes, and it is the perfect example of the lack of interest and low liquidity. We also have a very peculiar low volume node right here, right? That will be our second low volume node. Once we identified our low volume nodes, again, we should analyze the historical structure, we should analyze the price action, and we should identify the structures that match with the low volume nodes. Our first low volume node is right here. We'll look left at structure, and here we have our liquidity zone. And again, we strictly draw the zone based on the candle close and the wick. And we have our second liquidity zone right here. That zone matches perfectly with this second low volume node. After you identify the liquidity zones with the volume profile indicator, you can hide the indicator and concentrate your attention on the price action within the liquidity zones. And one more important thing to note is that volume profile will work perfectly on any time frame and on any market. However, as always, the rule is that higher is the time frame, more significant and more important liquidity zones the indicator shows. As I said, your ability to recognize the liquidity zones is the key in smart money trading, and I truly believe that this technical indicator will help you to recognize the zones properly. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my Instagram, the link in the description below. Also, if you want to learn smart money concepts, I created for you a playlist with a lot of videos about smart money concepts. Please check it.